We came here to wake up the masses. Ain't nobody on no TikTok, Facebook, social media, or anybody on the streets gonna tell me that's not what we came here to do. We came here to wake up the masses, to raise the vibration of the planet. By me not giving you information, it restricts your frequency. And the whole point is to raise your frequency. Now, I've heard a lot of religious people say you're not supposed to raise your frequencies. You're not supposed to raise your vibration. God, why would God want you to be stuck like a zombie? God didn't want that. That's that person telling you think that. That ain't God words. And people got to stop speaking for God because God is within you. Anytime you're confused about what God said, close your eyes, sit on the grass, meditate, and then the answer will come to you. It might not come at that moment, depending on how aligned you are. If you're blocked, your messages might take a little longer. If you do things like smoke and drink, your messages might come a little longer. But you're going to get the message. God don't fail nobody. And he dang sure don't want you to be stuck like a zombie doing the same routine every day. Why would God want you to keep working and working and working and you not getting nowhere? Why would God want you to be paying for a car that you got to sit here and get the oil change, pay car payments on? If something break down, you still got to pay the payments. And then you got to pay house. That is not what God wants you to do. This is earthly things. Where God is, you already got transportation. You don't need transportation at that. Or where the other beings are, I should say. You don't need these things. Everything is free. I know it sounds crazy because a lot of us been on earth and only have that as our whole entire memories of life. But there are places where you don't have to pay for things. Everything is done with care, a need by need basis. There isn't excess because there's no need for excess. There isn't poverty because there is no need for poverty. This is something created by the system to control us. There's no such thing as poverty. Poverty was created. So, yeah, raise your vibration. Eat fruits, vegetables, drink a lot of water. Get you some sun. Stop watching low vibrational programs. Stop listening to low vibrational music. If you like rap music, try to get something high vibrational. Listen to the frequencies in the music. If the frequencies in the music don't sound good, don't play it just because your homegirls like it or your homeboys like it. That's why I say I'm not listening to that man. I'm here to wake people up, and I'm nobody finna convince me otherwise. There's no way that God wants us to be walking around here stuck doing the same thing, buying Jordans, going out on Fridays, and having to work 7 days a week. Technically, we shouldn't be working, but the way that America is set up, it is a requirement. We don't have the choice of sitting at home like in some countries they do. And yes, in some countries they are not required to work. All this to me is a modern day classism. A way to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. That's the only thing America is trying to do. There's nothing else that America is trying to do. They're not trying to provide education for us. They're not trying to help us. Even the welfare system, me being a victim of the welfare system, yes, I have been on welfare. And my daughter is special needs. So I have to use the Department of Health for paying for her equipment and all types of things. So yes, I am a victim of the welfare system. But being a victim of a welfare system is another way to keep you bound to this lifestyle. I'm not saying you should be ashamed if you on welfare, you get Section 8. Quite frankly, I wish I got Section 8. But we do need to realize these are the things that's keeping us bound to this certain lifestyle. People who are wealthy, financially stable, have generational wealth, and I'm not talking about hood rich, they already know the key to life. They already know what's going on. That's why a lot of them don't fear death. How to set up themselves financially, because they know the game. And the game is to keep them knowing it and us not knowing it, even though everything is referred to us. We are the source. We are the power. They need people of color for everything in this world. If people of color just jumped up and moved to their own island, America would plummet within hours. So know how powerful you are. Know why people want to keep you in the dark and keep you in the system and keep you down to religion so you don't find out who you really are. Now, I'm not saying just because you discover who you are, you're going to be able to fly away on some spaceship and go live somewhere else. No, because we came here for a mission. We live out our mission. Some people do abort that mission. That's why some people die at a young age. And like I said, there's phenomenons, glitches, coincidences, all types of things. Typically, and we're going to refer to typical situations, just because we find out who we are does not mean we just get an emergency exit. We still have a mission to complete. We still have karmic debt. We still have lessons to learn. We still have other people to help, because that is why we come here. I don't know if I forgot this movie. I think it's Black Hawk Down or something. I don't remember what the name of the movie is. But a gentleman asked one of these army, I don't know what these soldiers. Look, I'm a girl. Asked one of the soldiers, why was he in the army? And he mentioned that it was horrible or something like that. And the guy said, yeah, it is horrible. He didn't come to the army to kill people. He came to the army to save people. Meaning by saving the man that stands on the line next to him. He came there to help others so they can go back home. Because they did not know what they were signing up for when they signed up to join the army. Same way with the mission that we came here for. A lot of us signed up to come down here and we did not know what we were signing up for. And quite a few souls got stuck down here. So that's what the 3 waves come in for, is to help save the souls that are trapped. How do you save souls that are trapped if you're not waking people up? So don't be afraid of spirituality. Don't be afraid of yourself, because if you're being afraid of spirituality, that means you're afraid of yourself. Black people in general are the spiritual beings. Whether you're extraterrestrial or earth being, someone that got trapped here, someone who was manipulated, someone who got soul trafficked here, soul trapped here, what have you, however you got here, if you are a person of color, most likely you are a spiritual being. Now, there is a small percentage of people of color who do not actually have a soul. Those are the ones that are manipulated by the system, not really human. I mean, they human, but they ain't really human. Almost like that clone Tyrone, but they're not clones. They're something else. If anyone's telling you don't teach other people or help other people who you feel may need your help, because ain't nobody gonna come to nobody for no help. Let's keep it real. But if somebody reaches out to you, you know, you can refer them to me, of course. But if you got some knowledge for them or something to help them, help them. Use your discernment. That's all I can ever say to every situation. Use your discernment. Refer to the Most High. We're here to wake up the masses. Don't believe that propaganda of, oh, this, that, and the third. And then they use scare tactics. Like one video was like, oh, the aliens is coming in November. How you know that? Even if they seen that the meteorologist or whatever they call them, astrologer, seeing something, why would they come here? People be killing me talking about aliens going, why they come here? This is the most low vibrational dense planet in the universe. Why they come here? If they come here, they come to save somebody. They dang sure ain't coming to take over this place. They don't want no parts. Okay. They got better places they can go than here. This is the ghetto. This is, you know how you be riding down the street, you be like, oh, son, we can't stop here. We got to go to another gas station, another store. That's what Earth is. Even though it looks nice to us, there's beautiful places. And Earth is a place that ain't nobody stopping. So, trust me, I don't really believe all that stuff. I'm not saying if you're into it, hey, you want to entertain it. But I don't think no dates on no stuff. Things go by frequency, not by dates. And dates is something that's only on Earth. Time is something only on Earth. Want to know how I can prove it? That's actually a movie I need to put on the list. Watch Interstellar. Now, a lot of Earth people cannot get it, but most spiritual will catch on. They think it's about a movie about time. But if you notice, the music is horrible. I'm talking about wretched. If you can get through the music, there's a good message in the music. But it's like a ticker played in the music. Click, click, click. Now, people say that he does that to show how fast the time moves on other planets. But I think it's a message behind it. I think the clicking is giving us a real expression of how they use frequencies to control things on Earth. So now the time, we just thinking it's just timing, but it really is just letting us know how things are moving on Earth. How rapid things are moving on Earth. Because the time wasn't on the other planet. See, they make you think that, or want you to think that, as astronauts or astrologers, they want you to think that the time is universal. No, the time only affected Earth. Because every time they left, they were still the same age. But when they came back to Earth, they were older. They said it's because the Earth is spinning faster. No. It's because the Earth is under a time spell. And that's what is reminding us. That the Earth is using frequencies and things that underneath the music, in the media, to control us into thinking that we are running out of time. Even when they were in space, just idle in space, the time was not affecting them until they were pulled by gravity on the planet. Then they start referring the time on that planet to Earth's time. That should let you know that this is all a game. It's all a spell, making you think you have a race against time. You have to do this before you die. You have to get a college degree. You have to work this job. You have to get this car. You have to do this. And then you're stuck in this time warping trap to have you doing the same thing over and over and over and over until you die. So, we'll definitely get deeper into that type of stuff. But Interstellar, it helps you understand why Earth's time relative to universal time. And it has a lot of gems in it if you can watch it. I'm not gonna lie, the music was horrible, but because it was a spiritual movie, I wanted to get through it. And it actually was kind of good. It had a good storyline. The music was terrible. But yes.